I am the only book on this shelf, keeper of old tales. Come closer, and I will tell them to you slowly. Of all the stories I keep, tonight I will tell you one, the story of a little girl carried to heaven by Mother Mary. Listen well. Once upon a time there lived a poor family at the edge of a deep forest. The father was a woodcutter, and with him lived his wife and their daughter, who had just turned 3 years old. One day, as the woodcutter was feeding his little girl, a noble woman wearing a crown of stars appeared before them. "I am Mary, mother of Jesus. Give me your child." And so the girl was carried up to heaven, where she received sweet bread, milk, and fine clothes. When she turned 14, Mary gave her 13 keys to open the doors of heaven. You may open only the first 12, never open the 13th. But curiosity stirred inside her, calling to her like a small bird scratching at a door. One day she opened the forbidden door. Inside there was a fire that gave off the most beautiful light. She reached her finger toward it, and her finger turned to gold. 3 times Mary asked, "Did you open that door?" 3 times the girl answered, "No." 3 times she lied. "You are disobedient, and you have lied. You are no longer worthy of heaven." The girl fell back to earth, into the middle of the wild forest. She lost her voice. Seasons came and went, and she sheltered in the hollow of an old tree, weeping for the days she had spent in heaven. One day a king found her. The girl's beauty captured the king's heart, for her long golden hair wrapped around her like a robe. He took her back to his palace and made her his queen. A year later, their first son was born. That night Mary came to her. "Confess your sin, and I will give you back your voice." The queen shook her head, and her son was taken away. The same happened with her second son. But when her third child was born, Mary carried the queen up to heaven and showed her both her sons playing, and asked, "Has your heart not softened yet? Confess your sin, and I will give you back your voice." Still the queen would not confess. So the third child, still a baby, was taken away too, and the people began to whisper that the queen was a child eater. Pressed by the people, the king had to give in, and the queen was sentenced to be burned. The fire began to blaze, and her hardened heart began to waver. In her heart she said, "If only, before my last breath, I could confess. Yes, I opened that door." At once rain poured down and quenched the fire. Mary descended with 2 little children at her side and 1 in her arms. "Whoever repents and confesses their sin shall be forgiven." Her voice returned, and the queen lived happily forever after.